Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you very much for the time given to me. In this occasion, I would like to present the paper. The title is Multimodal Genre-Based Approach, One Road to Develop the Student's Language Skill. Ladies and gentlemen, as we know that the era of Industrial Revolution 4.0 and the challenges of the 21st century learning requires students not only to master the ability to read and write, but students are also required to be able to master new literacy, data literacy, technology literacy, and also human literacy. As we know that the advancements of technology has greatly impacted education in the 21st century learning. And technology introduces a variety of fresh ideas into the classroom, including multimodal instruction. And discussing about technology and also multimodal, here it can be separate from the concept of TPAC. As we know that the teacher's ability to master technology in the teaching learning process can be seen through the TPAC, technological, pedagogical, and content knowledge concept owned by the teacher. TPAC, or Technological, Pedagogical, and Content Knowledge, is a framework that introduces the complex relationship between the three knowledge, that is, technology, pedagogy, and content knowledge. And the goal of this current literature review study here was to evaluate the use and the efficacy of multimodal genre-based approach in developing the student language skill. As we know that based on the decision of Head of Education Standard, Curriculum and Assessment Agency, Minister of Education, Culture, Research and Technology, number 8, 2022 about learning achievement in early child education, level of educational, elementary and middle education, in the independent curriculum, that the approach used in general English learning is that text-based approach or genre-based approach. This is a learning focused on various modes, both oral, written, visual, audio, and multimodal. And multimodal can be interpreted as an approach to communication that is not limited by one way. So, in multimodal, there is not only one way of mode. It consists of more than one mode. Like in conveying a message or information, it is not enough to be conveyed only verbally. It needs to use other modes. In a multimodal text uses combination of two or more communication modes. For example, printed, image, and also spoken text. And genre-based approach, or GBA here, is a learning approach that helps students to be more competent in language, able to communicate through mastery of language skill, including listening, speaking, reading, and writing activities. Discussing about learning model or model of learning, in this case, genre-based approach, it has 5 basic elements. The first, syntax. It deals with the operational steps of learning. Second, social system. It is the atmosphere and the norms that apply in learning. The third, principles of reaction. It deals with describing how teachers should view, treat, and respond to students. Fourth, support system. It deals with all facilities, material, tools, or learning environment that support learning. And the 5, instructional or neuron effect, which are learning outcomes obtained directly based on the stated objective or instructional event, and learning outcomes outside the specified neuron effect. And dealing with a genre-based approach or tech-based learning activities based on Roses and Martin 2012, there are 4 stages. The first is building knowledge of the field or BKF. The teachers build knowledge or background knowledge of students on the topic to be written or discussed. In this stage, the teacher also builds the cultural context of the text being taught. Second, modeling of the text, MOT. The teacher provides a model or text samples as a reference for students in producing works, both orally and in written form. The third, joint construction of the text or GCOT. The teacher guides the student and jointly produces the text. And the last, independent construction of the text, ICOT. Students produce spoken and written text independently. In this case, communication will occur at the level of the text. So it is not just sentence. That is, meaning is not only conveyed by words, but in the text. And this is the multimodal genre-based approach in practice. We are going to deliver an example of BKF stage activities. Okay, building knowledge of the field. The aim is to build student knowledge, background knowledge about the topic that they are going to write or talk in terms of content and vocabulary use. And what to identify? First, what the field is, and then what part of the field will be explored, what the student already know about it, what experience and activities will be part of the exploration, and the last, how the information from the activities will be recorded and organized. And activities in building of the field will multimodal. First, it can be presented the context through pictures, audiovisual material, realia, excursion, field trip, guest speaker, and so on. Second, it may be establishing the social purpose through discussion or survey, cross-cultural activities, and then related research activities. And the last example, maybe it compare the model of text with other text of the same genre or construct a contrasting type. And in conclusion, we can say that multimodal genre-based approach is a learning approach that helps students to be more competent in the language and able to communicate through mastery of language skill, including listening, speaking, reading, and writing activities with 4 stages. These 4 stages are building knowledge of the field, modeling of the text, joint construction of the text, and independent constructions of the text. In addition, it uses a combination of 2 or more communication modes. For example, printed, image, and spoken text. Dear audience, this is the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for your attention.